Mike.
Here we go.
Mike's 5-4.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch him go. 26.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shoot. Hey, kill. 26.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
53, Mike. Here it comes.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Man, I got you.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
47. Let's go. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Yeah. Take the outlaw.
Mike 5-2. You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And the Panthers have recovered. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
He's cracked. Here we go, 46. Here we go, check. Crack down, 26.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Go, get up, 26.
Now Prescott. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Watch the shift. We're going to 53. Watch the shift. We're going to 54. Going to 54. Line 8. Check 25. Sweat. Hey. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Chance there from long distance to get our first points on the board. How close was it to getting there? Pretty darn close.
Meanwhile, here a run on.
Set. 18 Gator. 18 Gator. 50. It's great. 19. I'm coming after you.
Check 31. Check 31. Shift.
And to give this time to the tailback.
You got tight right there.
That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready? No, check right. We're on Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I'm on. Cut, go. Ready. Ready.
Over there, right? 52's the mic.
Smell fear in that offense.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brian Burns with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
We're going to 54. Right here. Hey, kill. 47. Gun. 26.
Now Prescott. And Thomas has it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Hey. 54. Mike's 54. He can't.
Gun.
He's not going to get me.
26.
Prescott from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Switch. Slam. Check.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill.
Check 50.
Go. Get out there. 26.
On second down, McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 15. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 15. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Switch it, hey. 26.
McCaffrey looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line. A scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
We own them. 36. Watch twist. Here we go 47. Here we go 47. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why ain't?
49. Check 49.
Under.
Banjo.
26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Hey, kill. 47.
Mike, 53. Mike. Here we go. He's coming. Double up.
26.
He's coming.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Sanders' kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield to try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Don't get nervous.
There we go, kill.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
I'm here all day.
Done.
Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he missed it. Gonzalez has pushed it to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
We're going to 54. 47.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's coming this way. Here we go.
26.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds Corey Davis. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 27. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Watch tight end. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Watch 84, watch 84.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's bring it. Here we go, 47.
That's it. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Shift, shift. Under 10.
We're going to 53.
26.
Looking to throw. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target. That's more. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Then we're going to 53.
Ready? Hey, hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Hey, watch the...
Go, get out there, get out there. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Thomas has got it, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Sanders is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run this half.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Markel Lee. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Markel Lee able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's go, baby. Kill.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Bird on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Big edge.
On 3rd down, Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, 47. Gun.
Let's go.
Mike spot
26.
Here's Prescott. He'll air it out deep for top. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
26.
To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, T, let's go. Kill.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check 13.
26.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Check. Pick the edge. Go. Joker.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Check 3.
Hey, kill. 47.
53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Prescott to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
This will be taken short. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And some space here. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go to 54, go to 54. Line in. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check. Go, go, go. Get 3 picks.
Here's Prescott. Now he's got the hook up to Moore. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Hey, kill, kill. Kill, kill. 47.
53 is the mic.
Sweat. Sweat to, hey.
Get this, boy. You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Switch, switch, switch. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got
We're going to 54. Wide in.
wide, wide, wide. Get wide.
Hey, hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Now a give right side McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
7 yards there and a first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They could get it done. Well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
They're leading here in the 4th. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cardinals' 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 53. Get that quarterback. And all Rush in. Rush.
We're going to 54. Why ain't?
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Switch it, switch it, switch it.
We're going to 54. Going to 54. Why ain't?
24. Check 24.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
53, Mike.
Now watch one.
53 to Mike.
Why ain't?
Hey, watch that.
Here we go. 46. 46.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
26.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, he's going to look deep for more. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
McCaffrey following the penalty. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
53 is the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Prescott down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go, 46. Gun.
He's mine. Mike, 53.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
We're going to 53.
Switch. Tight dog.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. To throw is Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
55 is Mike, guys. 55.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Shot.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53 is Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hatchet.
Kill. 26.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Watch the run. He's soft, baby. That's a baby soft. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Fresno.
There we go. Kill. 26.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Take 4.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Here we go. 47. 26.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. How about the safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. He's back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Carolina, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.